From Mass Bay Community College in Framingham, Mass, this is NJCAA Women's Volleyball on LSP. Tonight, it's the Northern Essex Knights with a record of 3-2, 1-0 in Region 21 play, taking on the Mass Bay Buccaneers with a record of 0-2 overall. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. And this is the first ever home match in the history of the Mass Bay Women's Volleyball program. It only started varsity play this year. And NJCAA Women's Volleyball, in its infancy in Region 21, only 5 schools in the region have women's volleyball teams. As such, it results in a very limited schedule for all involved. There are Mass Bay, Northern Essex, Bunker Hill, Holyoke, and CCRI. And of course, CCRI in Division 2. So they play against higher level competition. Northern Essex is going to serve to begin set number 1, and it's an ace as it lands in front of Kim Hun. That'll be Amanda Forgetta, who's atop the Region 21 leaderboards in most statistical categories, getting the ace. And Northern Essex out to a 1-0 lead. And despite the dig attempt of Sandy Saliba, it's back-to-back aces for Forgetta. Hit over by Hun. Go to the middle. Good dig there by Alexa Marslin, and that'll be a point for Northern Essex as they can't keep it alive. Outside to Jasmine Benitez, and she hit it a little too strong. So 5-0 run to start the match for NECC. A little miscommunication there. It's going to result in another ace. Alvarado hits it over. In the middle, oh, beautiful placement there by Rachel Amis. And Northern Essex up 7-0. I mentioned women's volleyball in its infancy in Region 21, and Mass Bay women's volleyball specifically in its first year as a varsity program, so there will be some bumps, and it looks like they're taking one right now as they're down 8-0. And no, that'll be the first point, is that tap was a little too strong by a miss, and Mass Bay has its first point at 8-1. Nice strong hit from the outside by a miss, picks up her second kill. And Northern Essex regains service at 9-1. And that gets through the hands of Benitez. The block there by Sarah Shattuck. And Michael Pelosi's squad out to a 10-1 lead. This one goes backwards, has to be hit over. Strong hit by Benitez gets it over. Standing hit by Shattuck. Trying to set up Marcelin. And it goes out. And Nasser Belinda, the Mass Bay head coach, unaware that Michael Pelosi just called a timeout, so we'll take it with them. 10-2 Northern Essex here in set one. This is NJCAA women's volleyball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So out of the timeout, it'll be Denise Sanchez to serve for Mass Bay. Shattuck picks up the kill, and that'll make it 11-2. This will be Nashley Sanchez for Northern Essex, and she hits it out. Benitez to serve for Mass Bay. Underhanded by Waller. To the outside. Alvarado. Waller again. And that'll go out. I don't know if Benitez had to play that, but it was close enough that she had to. Not a good judge. Close enough that she had to play it. Couldn't just let it go and let it go out. So 12-3. Brittany Waller with the service directly into the net. It'll be Sandy Saliba serving for Mass Bay. Yep, that's service error as she tossed it up and then caught it. So that'll be a point for Northern Essex. Good dig by Saliba, but nobody there to help her out. And it's 14-4. Sarah Shattuck hits it into the net. So service errors on 2 of the last 3 services by Northern Essex. Mass Bay still trailing by considerable margin, 14-5. This will be Deborah Archibong serving for Northern Essex and for Mass Bay rather, and that'll get the Bucks within 8, 14-6. Kind of a knuckleball there, and it dies. So Archibong forcing a couple errors by Northern Essex. And this one will go out. So a couple of good services there by Archibong, but that one lands out. Northern Essex up 15-7. And that goes wide of the wire. Mass Bay making a game of it here. Hanging tough against the only team in Region 21 with a win, 3 of them. And a bunch of Mass Bay students out to cheer them on. And that'll be a line violation. Benitez, now Hun gets through the block attempt, trying to go outside, now go over the middle to Mercelin, and it's into the net. Sanchez keeps it alive. Mercelin gets it over. Trying to go to the outside of the middle. Hun keeps it alive. Oh. Glad Jasmine's okay. Glad everyone over here is okay, as it's now 19-9. And I'll go over the wire and make it 20-9 in favor of Northern Essex. Timeout called, I believe it was by Mass Bay. Northern Essex up on Mass Bay in set one. This is NJCAA Women's Volleyball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. For Mass Bay, this is already the highest scoring set of their season. Their previous high in one set was 7, in which they did in all 3 sets in a sweep loss to Fashion Institute of Technology out of New York. So 20-9 our score. And miscommunication between Alvarado and Saliba gives the point to Northern Essex. And the dig by Hun went off of Saliba. That'll be an ace for Northern Essex. Amanda Forgetta, 5 aces in the set. Saliba. Hun hits it over and hits it out. 2 points away from the first set are Northern Essex. Saliba digs. Benitez! Oh, it's in! I thought that looked out from here, but the Mass Bay crowd loves it. And Benitez, and that'll be Mercelin rather with the service. And despite the best efforts to save it by Alvarado, it is set point for Northern Essex. It'll be Rachel Amiss. Saliba, Benitez two-handed hit, and that'll go long. And Northern Essex has the first set, 25-10 We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with set number 2 from Mass Bay Community College in Framingham, Mass. Northern Essex wins set 1, 25-10, and takes a 1-0 lead in this match. This is NJCAA Women's Volleyball on LSP. Welcome back to Mass Bay Community College, Framingham, Mass. Sam Feely here with you as we get set 2 underway in the first ever home match for Mass Bay Women's Volleyball. They drop the first set to the visiting Northern Essex Knights, 25-10. And just going over the substitutions as we have the libero Kim Hun coming on. Northern Essex runs exactly 6, so God forbid they suffer an injury tonight. As Hun will serve to begin set number 2. And that'll go out. Hun with the dig. And Sanchez got in the way of Mercelin trying to set that up. And that'll result in a point for Northern Essex. Kept alive. Standing hit, set. And that'll drop. And Northern Essex up 3-0. Merslin has to hit it overhead. Try to set up a miss, and she gets the kill. Benitez, it's dug out by Reardon. Nice dig by Hun. Kept alive, and Benitez, oh, it's not over yet! They celebrated too early! Good awareness by Northern Essex not to give up on the play. Mass Bay celebrated early. 5-0. And that dropped between Saliba and Hun. Things starting to snowball a little bit here for Mass Bay. For Jetta. Hun takes this, Saliba. Mercelin, dug out. And that goes over the wire for the first point of the set for Mass Bay. So let's see if this resets the Bucks. Alexia Mercelin to serve. Hits off the rafters and drops. A miss. Hits it into the net. Sanchez to serve for Mass Bay, but first a timeout called by Nasser Belinda. Seven to 2 our score. Northern Essex on top, and also up on top 1-0 in the match. This is NJCAA Women's Volleyball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. So here's Sanchez to serve out of the timeout. Outside to Waller. It landed in. Mass Bay fans convinced that was out. I tend to agree with him. Mass Bay protesting to no avail. Sanchez, and yeah, that'll be carry. 9-2. And that'll be an ace. Or Nashley Sanchez as Northern Essex jumps out 10-2. Benitez going to the opposite side, and that'll be a Mass Bay point. So Benitez with her right shoulder and upper arm heavily bandaged, and not wearing knee pads at that. Here's Waller. And Archibong hit it into the net. Hunt's got set it up. And that went over the wire. Waller having a nice little run here. Benitez. And the block by Shattuck. And kind of a lucky hit there by Saliba just to get it over, but it went out anyway. And we'll have a substitution as Saliba comes out and V. Alvarado comes back in. And Waller finally goes long to give service back to Mass Bay. That was quite the run there that Northern Essex went on. This will be Alvarado to serve. And a line violation by Alvarado. Shattuck to serve. Benitez saves it. Hunt has to try to hit it over, and that won't do it. Nice dig by Benitez, but double hit. (19-4). Shattuck with the service. Oh, that goes off the forehead of Archibong. That's a painful ace for Shattuck. Good dig by Benitez. And Hunt hits it into the net. Another timeout called by Nasser Belinda. This set not going nearly as well as the last one did. They may have lost that one, but it was their most competitive set of the season. But right now they're 3 points away from falling behind 2-0. 22-4, Northern Essex on top in set 2. This is NJCAA Women's Volleyball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast or one of several different designs of bumper stickers. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store or the LSP Facebook page after the game to place your order. And remember, all orders within the continental United States come with free shipping. Out of the timeout, Shattuck to serve again for Northern Essex. Hun. Just barely hit over by Benitez. Good block at the net. And Monica Summers getting the point. So Hun will check out, and Denise Sanchez will check back in. Archibong to serve. Hit over by a miss. And that'll go wide. Marissa Reardon to serve for Northern Essex. And with Summers screening Archibong there, it's set point for Northern Essex. And that just gets over. Good dig by Forgetta, but Hun gets the kill after all that. Hun taking it upon herself to save that play. The Mass Bay men's soccer team loving it, loving the effort. So it'll be Summers to serve. And it was a line violation, again, the third of the match on Mass Bay, and that gives set point to Northern Essex. So after such an emphatic effort on the part of the Bucks, especially Kim Hun, on the previous point, a line error, the third of the match, gives Northern Essex a 25-6 win in set 2. They take a 2-0 lead in the match. We'll be right back with set 3 from Mass Bay Community College in Framingham, Mass. This is NJCAA Women's Volleyball on LSP. Welcome back to Mass Bay Community College in Framingham, Mass. Set 3 of this inaugural home match for Mass Bay Community College women's volleyball as they take on the top team in Region 21, Northern Essex. Sam Feely here with you. And Amanda Forgetta, as I've alluded to before, is one of the top players in pretty much every statistical category in Region 21 with the service and the block. Will give Northern Essex the first point. Actually rolled a double hit on Mass Bay, but the block forced it. And Forgetta hits this one into the net. Mercelin with the left-handed service gets it over. Mercelin tries to save it, and unfortunately, Hun can't catch up to that one, so it's 3-1. A miss. Mercelin. Hun can't get it all the way over. Push it towards us instead of towards the net. And Saliba, I don't know if she was trying to hit it over but she threw off Benitez and Benitez tried to save it. Hit over by Mercelin. On the outside, Waller can't get it down. And stumbling is Benitez. Hope she's okay. And already, Nasser Blind is going to call a timeout. 6-1, Northern Essex on top of Mass Bay here in set 3. This is NJCAA Women's Volleyball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is Saturday at 12:55 p.m. when the Nobles Bulldogs take on the Worcester Academy Hilltoppers in NEPSAC girls soccer action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. Nasser Belinda asking for some clarification from the officials on what the last point awarded to Northern Essex was. And the substitution error, so. Good save. Hit over by Benitez. On the outside to Waller. Benitez keeps it alive. That was Alvarado keeping it alive. Middle to Shattuck. Benitez. And Shattuck gets the kill. And the best effort of Benitez, tried to hit it over after the missed pass, and it went into the rafters. 9-1. Benitez gets it over. Waller on the outside, hits it into the net. Confusion on the substitution. Archibong wanted to go straight to the outside, but she had to come on from the bench side. Sanchez to serve for Northern Essex. Caught off guard. Waller, Shattuck fanned on it. Sanchez. And Archibong and Benitez getting their signals jammed. (11-2). Mercelin gets it over. Waller on the outside again. This time it's Archibong uncontested. But off the forearms of Alvarado there, and it went to the side instead of up. Hit over by Mercelin and kept alive. Outside Benitez, blocked! Goes behind to Reardon. And fanning on it is Archibong. And that's another violation on Mass Bay. And block there by Shattuck. So like I say, you're gonna have your bumps and bruises when you've got a young program like Mass Bay does. But Northern Essex quickly establishing itself as the top program in Region 21. Looks like they're going to go to 4-2 on the season, and Mass Bay is going to fall to 0-3. But hopefully, this will inspire more competition and get more schools in the region to develop their women's volleyball programs. Region 21 didn't even have a representative at the Division III championships last year. Northern Essex would like to make a trip to Rochester, Minnesota later this year and represent New England. And drops between Summers and Hun. Benitez, Saliba, and hit over by Benitez. Set up in the middle. Oh, nice dig by Benitez. Saved by Alvarado. And that'll do it for that point. Probably the best point Mass Bay has played all game. And you know, the Mass Bay men's soccer team loves it. Here to cheer the ladies on. And that gets through the block attempt of Summers. The scoreboard in the gym has 20-4, but I think it should be 19-5, right? We'll match the gym scoreboard. Soft touch there by Forgetta. Northern Essex 4 points away. Northern Essex has actually lost 2 of its last 3 and went 1-2 in a quad meet at CCRI last Friday. Lost to Nassau Community College and Fashion Institute of Technology 3-0 each. Beat NHTI, who was a USCAA, not an NJCAA member. 3-1. And now match point for the Knights. Hun. Sanchez. Kept alive. Sanchez sets. And they touch the net. And that'll do it. And Northern Essex takes the match in straight sets, 25-10, 25-6, and 25-4. So with that said, this has been a presentation of local sports production serving Greater Boston student athletes since 2011. Copyright 2018, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of local sports productions is strictly prohibited. LSP's next broadcast is Saturday at 12:55 p.m. when the Nobles Bulldogs visit the Worcester Academy Hilltoppers in Knapsack girls soccer action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from Mass Bay Community College in Framingham, Mass. Northern Essex wins in straight sets 3-0 by scores of 25-10, 25-6, and 25-4. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.